So one good thing I think could have happened to you today stumbling on this video is actually stumbling on this video. So I'm definitely no counselor, definitely no motivational speaker. I'm not the preacher they told you about. No, I'm just simply human, and I would even rather be singing behind this mic now than having to say these few words. But I think it's important to say these few words because I know it's been kind of crazy. It's been kind of crazy in the world right now, and especially if you're in Nigeria, you've so experienced different aspects to craze, and when you think a particular level of craze is crazy enough for you, there's always something to top it up for you. So I know it's a whole lot going on out there, but for anyone who's listening to me today, I would just want you to know that yes, we're going to die. Everybody's going to die. You're going to die. I'm going to die. Everybody's going to die. But one thing I would definitely be sad to hear is loss of life as a result of somebody out there thinking they're not being heard, nobody's listening, dying from frustration, from depression, from life is hard. Let nobody tell you otherwise. Life is really hard. But one thing I'm very sure about, one thing I know is tougher than the hardship in life is your will to go through it. It's just important to know that you can decide to be sad, you can decide to cry your heart out, but just make sure you go through. You don't stay stuck, right? You need to go through whatever you're going through. You go through because it's going to pass. Yeah. So I know so many people are going to experience loss, right? And how do you deal with loss in this particular time of our lives? Yeah, loss of a loved one, loss of a close relation, a colleague, a lifetime mate, so how do you deal with this? I want you to understand that people are different, but I'm just going to try to share some things that have worked. Yeah, some things that I tried out and worked for me, some things I'm doing right now and is working for me, and probably is going to help a life out there. You could be the one. This could be for you, and definitely could be for somebody else, not you watching me right now. So I think this is life, and the sooner you come to understand that this is how it works, the better it's going to be. The sooner you accept the things that won't change. Let me give you this life instance. When I lost my dad, the most painful part of it wasn't losing him, but I thought, okay, I was 20, I was in my 20s, so I lost him, and I felt, okay, I'm too young, to lose this man. But then, and I started here, when something happens in Nigeria, everybody's definitely going to come tell you their stories of how these kind of things have happened to them, and try to whether encourage you or, just want to tell their stories and be heard, So, as I started hearing people who lost their parents when they were way younger, I'm talking about both mom and dad now, leaving the children, and I was just like, okay, what about my little brother? He too is quite really young, so then I have no excuse to face this, how I should. And that was not even the scary part of it. The scary part was even when I started listening to people in their 80s, in their 70s, saying, since they lost their parents or their loved ones and things like that, it never gets old, you never get past it. I mean, the pain is there. The pain will always be there. And the sooner you come to terms with that, the better let me say, the more you have the ability to move on, because I don't think you would move past that event. So this is what I think works for me. It's more like just imagine the loss of a loved one is this a very dark circle in your life, this dark moment in your life. The best thing you can do, even also to in memory of whoever you lost, is to just make sure you're present in the present, right? And keep creating beautiful memories around that dark circle, that dark space in your life, because that space is not going to just be nobody would replace somebody who was very dear to you. It's not going to go away. But now what you do right after is what really matters. What you do right after this event in your life is what really matters. So be sure to, keep creating memories, beautiful ones. And one thing I want you to take from this whole talk is the fact that you can always reach out to me. I want you to be able to always just put your stories out there in the comment section, put your worries out there, things that bother you. I want you to know that there is a way for you to be heard. And if you even need me to come up here with professionals, people who can give you real life instances, that can help you go through stuff, people who can give you real life advice, people who can, guide you through, I do not mind that, because I am definitely looking for a way to help. So this is me to you, and I'm like, you really can do it. No matter how hard life is, it's doable.